One of the best ways to gauge attention and to keep participants involved in a live class on Zoom is to poll them during the lesson or discussion. This tutorial demonstrates how to use the polling feature in Zoom and how to prepare the polls ahead of time, avoiding the awkwardness of creating them on the spot. The first step is to open a scheduled meeting. This is what your screen should look like. In this particular case, the poll feature is actually enabled, but that is not what happens by default. By default, it is not there, so you will need to go to the Settings menu to enable it. You click on Settings. This opens a long list of menu options, so you have to scroll down to where you have your in-meeting settings. In the in-meeting settings, you will locate the Meeting Polls and Quizzes button. You want to turn it on. You also want to save the option to create advanced polls and quizzes. You click Save. It is a good idea to have a number of polls already prepared before the meeting so that you can bring them up in real time rather than creating them on the spot. So here I'm going on a test meeting that I created for this demo. And this is what the page looks like when I click on it. At the bottom, you'll see the polls and quizzes option. You'll have to scroll down a little bit further to where the Create button is, and you click on it. And it gives you the option to create polls or advanced polls and quizzing. We're going to select poll for the time being. This will generate your first untitled poll, which can be one or more questions, single choice or multiple choice. First question here is a true or false question. The sky is purple. And if I want to add a second question to this poll, I can do that as well. I rename this poll number 1. I add the second question and I save. Then I decide to create a second poll, which I entitle another poll. So another silly question in this case. And I create the second poll and I save it. Now I'm ready to start the meeting. I start the meeting. The polls option is available. So at the appropriate time in the meeting, I can bring up my saved polls. Here's poll number 1, and I launch it. When enough time has passed, I can end the poll. At some point later on in the meeting, I can launch a second poll, end it after the appropriate amount of time. And I could also share the results. This screen is going to appear on the host screen, and I'll give you the option to share the results, which you can do. We'll display the percentages for each answer, and after appropriate amount of time, you can stop sharing.